Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Just Enough Heshy show. And tonight, I have only one co-host, and we're going to just me and her chat. She's already threatened that she's going to be screaming at me. Hello, Soya, how are you?
Hi, everybody. Great to be here.
You look so great. By the way, I saw a text from our friend Christopher from Messy Times, and he said, oh, he can't wait to hear from my show. So I hope Christopher calls in. You could call into the show at 718-289-0070 or watch us live on YouTube and Facebook, which I sent out the link. But if you always want me to send you a link or whatever, you can always email me at justenoughheshy@gmail.com, and I'll put you on our status. You could WhatsApp me at 718-288-7844, and I'll put you on my status, and you'll always see the links and the shows afterwards. And we oh, by the way,
Sergeant Peters, shout outs.
Okay,
Dove and Shani Hiking,
right.
Bumi, our missing
co-host Bumi,
and my one and only Shoshana,
and don't forget
Mira Nava, and Tamar Laila.
Right, so I took Mira Nava today because her mother was home late, so I pick her up every day. So I took her out for pizza today, and we were standing online, and somebody.
I saw a video you were handing out. I saw a few videos you were handing out water to people.
So today was a burning hot day. And I want you to know that
Where were you when I was sitting in my car and I had no water?
But I know the homeless on Ocean Parkway, and I know some of the seniors that sit outside. So I took a case of water, I put it into a cooler, and me and Linda went down Ocean Parkway, and we saw a couple of people.
You had a great gig. You could have been charging for this. You could have made a racket over there.
I saw a guy selling him for like $1 by the cars. He got a little nervous with me, but I said, don't worry about it. I'm just giving to people
$1? I thought they sell them for $2 when you're driving.
I didn't even know that. And then, of course, I sat with one of
You would have made a killing.
I sat with one of my regular guys, Gene, there, who sleeps on the street. Me and Yaakov, when we walk to Flatbush, we see him every week sleeping. Then he was sitting there so nicely, and I handed him a few dollars. He wanted a bunch of quarters as well. And he made a video with me announcing our show tonight. He was sitting there on the video. He's a very cool guy, and I wish him the best. And I know he's struggling out there in the heat. But I want you to know, when I had a little bit of free time, when Linda was screaming at me in the car, so I decided to...
Maybe you should have given her a water. She would have cooled down.
I got that. So I happened to think about this week's joke, and I was making fun of Linda about our marriage, and she's not going to be happy about it. I made up a song, and it's called The Screaming Man.
Screaming Man.
I was going to call it The Man in Black, but Johnny Cash had that kind of a song, so I stole a lot of his words, and I called it The Screaming Man, and I plan on making a music video out of it, and me sitting.
You going on the road, Heshy?
I'm not going on the road. I'm just going to make a video for all of you to see. But let's start our show before we start fighting and do my joke and quote of the day. Who's sponsoring this show tonight?
High Tech Web Group. Have you been pushing off remodeling or creating a website? Well, now you don't have to any longer. Let High Tech Web Group's team of professionals construct your site with skill and precision. You can reach High Tech Web Group at 212-235-2777. That's 212-235-2777. Check out their website at info@hightechwebgroup.com. That's info at HITECHWEBGROUP.com. Call High Tech Web Group today so you can experience a whole new world of business. 212-235-2777.
You see, I didn't interrupt you. By the way, everybody, if you want to send messages through YouTube, you can send us a message and we'll answer your questions on YouTube. And don't forget, you can call into the show at 718-289-0070. By the way, the show is not really being sponsored by HeshyTishler.com since I didn't win the election, but HeshyTishler.com still exists. We still need those donations. I am still in the race, even though they're counting the fake ballots right now. But I will
A lot of fake ballots.
And I will be asking people to write my name in on November the 3rd. Heshy Tishler, Heshy Tishler, in the 44th district now against Carmen Yeager, and the 48th district, wherever you are when you come home. Write my name in. We need a change, and you're going to hear about all of that, well, when I sing my song, but I'm not singing it.
So one second. Let me understand this. You don't need to be on the ballot in the 44th?
No, you don't have to be on the ballot anyway, not even for mayor.
I could run for mayor.
You could.
It's too late?
If you see, the reason you're on the ballot is that people just have to click your name, and it's easier for them to see you, and they don't have to spell your name, and there's no incorrect
So
questions.
how come we're not putting my name up to run for mayor?
Well, people can write your name in. People call me all the time. They joke.
So should I be spelling my name?
Stop wasting time here. Let's get to the next commercial because we have a whole show to do tonight.
We have Plaza Auto Leasing. They are not only a leasing company, but also a dealership. You get the best of both worlds, the flexibility to lease or buy any vehicle, make, or model, combined with quick service, huge inventory, and easy approvals. There is no finance manager to meet with, just a friendly pal sales representative that can handle most of the transaction from start to finish without you even having to step foot in their office. All you have to do is place your order, and they will even deliver your car right to your door. What are you waiting for? Become a pal and call Plaza Auto Leasing today. You can reach Plaza Auto Leasing at 718-975-9000. That's 718-975-9000. You can also check out their website at www.plazaautoleasing.com. Located at 2750, that's 2750, Nostrand Avenue, on the corner of Nostrand Avenue and Avenue N. Call 718-975-9000 and become a pal today. And don't forget to tell them Uncle Heshy sent you.
Now, I want you to know I'm now giving back my car in August, and to lease a new car is very complicated and very expensive. And they're saying there's no inventory because of cars and chips. Plaza Auto Leasing actually has inventory, availability, and good prices. Because really, the way my car is, they're saying is an extra now $200 a month. You go to Plaza Auto Leasing, and they will.
You can try out the car. Literally, they will bring the car to you. You go into their office. You really should.
Okay, next commercial. We got the pitch.
I'm just telling you,
I love Plaza.
It's a good place to go to. Yeah. They really take care of all your needs. We have Baruch's Barbershop, the official singing barber of Heshy Tischler, located at 108 Avenue I. That's 108 Avenue I.
Did you see my hair? How nice and dark it is? He cut out every white hair.
With what he has to work with, he just, but I look wow.
Good. It's I was talking to a guy who's like 49 years old. He says, Heshy, I'm all gray. How are you all black? I said, because I act young. You don't act young. I'm always on the run. He says, you're lying. You color your hair. I said, well, besides I act young, I pay $7 for that.
Wow.
Go.
Okay. You can reach Baruch's Barbershop at 718-758-5187. That's 718-758-5187. Or call, text, WhatsApp Baruch personally to schedule your appointment at 347-845-9131, the official singing barber of Heshy Tischler. Do you know, I remember barbershops from many years ago, they didn't have a WhatsApp and you could text them. If they were gone out of the shop, you had to stand there, scratch your head, and figure out when and if they're coming back.
In Baruch's Barbershop, he even has live Instagram. So if you want to go live and all his people to see your haircut and be famous, he does that for you as well.
Green Line Building Solutions, Preservation, Development, Fire Department, Criminal Court, Department of Finance, Environmental Control Board settlements. You complain, yet you gave me this.
I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Right now, the building department, after this problem that happened in Florida and New York City, they are shut down 322 jobs. They are going after the people again. They're coming after you hard. I know that this is what I do for a living, and this is how I help you, but I just want you to know, these are the people that I wanted to stop, and these are the people that are not going to be stopped now. Now they're going to come after you harder. They see it, and don't think for a moment any of these new mayors that are running are going to give a
Hold on. When you say they're, first of all, when something bad happens, but hold on, it's going to get deeper. Wait. When the city comes down after you because something happened somewhere else, I can understand, but over here in this city, they're not coming after because they're concerned about a cracked foundation. They're coming over there because they're looking to pick on you for something, whether you have the masks or if one of the entrances for the stupidest, minute, most not important things.
But my point is it's right now. I had a lady today that came to me. We finished her building. It took her 15 years. I took over the job about a year ago, and I got her into her building. I finished the synagogue. They opened everything up. Now the fire
15
department.
years.
15 years. I finally got them in.
Was she paying taxes during those
Of course
15
they were paying
years?
taxes and fees
And they weren't
fines.
able to use this building meanwhile?
No. So now I got them in. Now the fire department wants to get up on the roof to check the air conditioning units, do an inspection on a finished
No, they want to give them
building.
a big fat fine.
So basically, it's summertime. They can't really get in, so they posted a notice. Since they couldn't get in, they just gave them a violation for not giving them access. Now, with no warrant, no nothing, they actually issued a violation of $1,000
For not giving them access.
for not giving them access.
Because nobody's there.
Nobody's there. So and then the guy calls me, says, Heshy, get me in. I says, there's nobody there. I'm not going to trespass on the property.
By the way, they do trespass. They've gone to neighbors. I
Yeah.
know people, they've gone to neighbors
Yeah.
and climbed over
Yeah,
roofs
yeah.
to go. That's trespassing.
Well, you know what?
That's
So my
trespassing.
point to you is over here in New York City, accidents do happen, and you can go there, but they punish us, and it's just going to get any worse. And I'm sorry, I can't do anything about it. Go ahead. So
Violation removal, construction management, owner compliance, contracting, licensed Department of Building Expediters designs, professionals for all your building solutions, Green Line Building Solutions, located at 202 Forster Avenue. You can reach them at 718-871-0382. That's 718-871-0382.
And we're cheaper, we're smarter, we can see the light. Yes, sometimes we can't really help you on the spot, but we'll figure out a way to get you out of trouble. We don't do miracles. Sometimes I can, but I'm just telling you, we're not playing around a green line. You heard me scream at them. You know I know my job. 718-871-0382, 202 Forster Avenue. We even have parking for your car.
I love your office.
Yeah.
You have beverages, it's air conditioned, the
Right.
place is new, it's really comfortable. I spent many an hour there.
You did. I wanted to get you out many times. 718-871-0382. What do we got next on the list?
We have Traveler's Choice. We have Joseph and Devorah Leifer. If you're listening, Boomy's not here, so it cannot be messed up. Joseph and Devorah Leifer, they will take care of all your traveling needs from A to Z. They will book your tickets. They will take care of car rentals. They will take care of your hotel arrangements. Everything, wherever you want to go international. You can reach them at 212-868-8698. That's 212-868-8698. Traveler's Choice is your only choice for travel.
Wonderful, wonderful. And of course we have...
It just doesn't have that little oomph that
have-
Boomy puts
doesn't
to
have.
it.
I was going to advertise a new guy, Ezra Levy, my lawyer, who helped me out.
What do
with-
you do now? Why do you need another
No,
lawyer?
no, because remember that thing that happened with me with
What
Corn
thing?
Bluth? So I did my 11 days. The judge made me do 4 more days. Because I'll tell you why. Because they put me to work in a black church, and one lady didn't like me after I doing 11 days. She says, well, Heshy, you took breaks and you went out to the car. She says, you're making me drag 100...
Your white privilege. Can you imagine you
Right.
took a break? Aren't you entitled to a
Not
break?
only that, she saw me sitting in the car. I says, well, I took a lunch break and sometimes I didn't take it. We're discrediting you 4 of the days, and you have to
4
do...
days for taking a lunch break.
Not only a lunch break, if I walked out for a cigarette or after I carried 80-pound boxes of meat and whatever, so I needed a break while everybody else gets
I
breaks.
don't think it's supposed to be 80 pounds. I think when you're doing something, even volunteer, I think it's supposed to be 50
They
pounds
did not
max.
care, and they didn't give you water. And even the bathroom I couldn't use. I had to go down the block to use a bathroom in a store.
You know that's illegal. They're supposed to provide you a bathroom, a restroom.
They were allowed to use the office. I didn't. So
Oh, 1 second. There was a bathroom,
in the main building.
but you couldn't use it.
No.
Must have been your privilege.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So the point is I
You're
just
the
wanted
wrong-
to show you. And this guy Kornbluth is
You're
busy.
the wrong shade.
This guy Kornbluth is busy getting me. He wants me back in jail. When the guys who came to my house to attack me, not even a restraining order, and they didn't find the second guy because they're not even.
1 second. He wants you back in jail. He
Yeah,
said?
that's what he wants.
Wow, what
Yeah.
a decent human
Yeah, yeah.
fella.
And he's best
human
friends.
being.
And he's best friends with Carmen
He
Yeager.
actually said he wants
Yeah.
you back. Okay, Heshy, lay off.
I'm telling you right now. He is best friends with Carmen Yeager.
Yeager's a politician. He's friends with everybody. He's not best friends with any. You know who
He's
Yeager's best friends
a
with?
rat.
Himself.
He's friends with a rat, and the synagogue. I mean, this guy is the community hates him, but Carmen Yeager straight out is scared of Mr. Kornbluth. But he made deals with me to help me
But
out.
I don't know. How do you know he's afraid of him?
He tells us. He says, "Oh, he's going to write bad about me." I said, "So what? You made a deal with me. You're not a man. Okay. You're not a man of honor. Carmen Yeager is not a man of honor."
Okay.
And I'm telling you now, that's why I should have run a ball park.
I don't know. I needed help with something this week, and he actually
helped you.
Yeah.
What did he do for you?
Whatever it was something personal. I
called you
needed help.
back?
He called me back.
Wow, I'm shocked.
I don't know.
I must beat myself.
I don't
Anyways,
know.
I don't like him anymore.
Okay.
Okay. Anyways, are we done?
Yeah.
And what about HeshyTischler.com? We did that?
We have HeshyTischler.com.
Good. So now we're going to start our show, but I'm going to give you my quote of the day before I do the joke. Are you ready?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know what I was going to do? Attorney Office of Abraham Hoshander for all your closing and contractual needs. Whether you're a buyer or seller, need help clearing up a title, buying or selling a home, whether commercial or residential. For the best legal assistance any present or future property owner can get, call the law offices of Abraham Hoshander today. 347-435-3402. That's 347-435-3402.
By the way, he's helping me with my will, and he's helping me with my mother-in-law's will. So he's very good with
YouTube
wills.
chat.
Okay,
Don't forget to send questions to the YouTube chat. I'll be answering them tonight.
Just Enough Heshy, and you can email justenoughheshy@gmail.com. Now, here's my quote of the day.
Christopher wants to know, Chris wants to know, Chris Messi, he wants to know, can Bluth write badly about him? That'd be great.
I love Chris. Chris, you better call it. And now, here's my quote of the day. Anyone who thinks ready? Are you ready? You can't laugh yet. It's not funny.
People are asking if you would run for governor of New York. Maybe they mean me. Maybe they heard that I want to run for the mayor.
But I am. Even though I lost the election, nobody's running against Andrew Cuomo as Democrat.
That's
because
crazy.
a bunch of Republicans.
He's a murderer.
So I am going to put my name on the ballot. It's only a couple of signatures. I'm going to put my name on the ballot against Andrew Cuomo. We could both do it.
No, we could put yours.
Okay, good. And that's not till next year. Now, here you go. Ready? Anyone who thinks my story is anywhere near over is sadly mistaken. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. So if you think my story is over, you think I'm giving up, people saying, Heshy, give up, you lost. Listen to me. I lost nothing. I gave out a lot of views.
We had a great ride.
We had a good ride.
We're going to have another one. We're going to keep rolling.
People at the elections were spoiled because everything was open in our neighborhood, so they didn't come out. Hey, I'm not making any excuses. They didn't want me. I heard the voice of the people.
Actually, say it.
What?
I'll be back.
I won't be back yet. Trust me. I'm happy that the people get what they want, and I am not one of those people that will deny elections.
Somebody wrote over here, I'm writing you in for District 44. You better win, Heshy. We're counting on you.
Write me in.
A few people.
I hope they do. And we're going to keep pitching it all the way till November 3rd. Are you ready for my joke of the day? Because Linda's not going to like it.
Let's hear it.
Okay. So when I've been to so many weddings, and I was just at a wedding of an older couple. So I was thinking, and when I was fighting with Linda in the car today, I said, Linda, I remember our wedding, your mother even made fun of me there. And she says, what was it? So here's my joke. At my wedding, Sheva means after you get married, we make a party for 7 days dinner, 7 reception
We
dinners.
go all the way.
We make 7 dinners. So at the first dinner, I stood up and I wanted to say a few words. And I turned to my bride, Linda's mother, Margaret, and I said, my dear mother-in-law, you're giving me a great gift. As I started to say a gift that, and I paused for a second, my mother-in-law jumped in, a gift you can't return.
Oh my God.
I know.
Somebody doesn't have to come attack you at your home tonight. I don't know. Be careful when you're walking through that door.
Anyways, we're going to start our show. Everybody, I want you to know that you all laughed at President Donald Trump, and I posted it today. You all laughed at election fraud. As I went through the election campaign to different places, when they printed out for the poll sites, a lot of them printed out 000. A lot of machines are broken. Now, I have a question for the Board of Elections. We've been doing this for 100 years. We've been computerized the last 2 or 3 elections. You're supposed to test the machines. You're supposed to have men on site, mechanics fixing machines that jam. I have my copy machine that jams. We know how to fix it. You have to train. You have like 30 people working at every poll site. They have one mechanic, something's for 10 sites. I don't understand, with the millions and millions of dollars that are spent on election day, your machines are constantly going down.
Well, I'm wondering how you're even surprised after what happened with the election with Trump.
But I figured that New York City, and Mr. Eric Adams said, well, Trump is joking around. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's an idiot. Now that Eric Adams was in the lead, now he's losing his lead because the 135,000 was fake. He's only 16,000 in the lead, and he's losing, and he might not win the nomination, especially with second and third choices. He's a dead man. I think Eric Adams is going to lose, oh my God, to Wiley and the other Garcia. We're dead meat when we have those idiots coming in.
I don't know, but what's happening with those 135,000?
It's going to be
what's
wiped out.
going on? And how did they know that there wasn't any other
mistake? And now
mistakes?
How come it's only in the mayoral election?
Shouldn't there be a
re-election for everybody right across the board? If you see that there's election fraud, you see
fix
that
the
there's
problem.
Fix the problem.
Push it off.
Right.
You pushed everything off for like a year and a half with the coronavirus. You closed everything down.
Right. So I believe that this election should be redone again. I mean, you just can't keep playing this game. This is like stupid. You do this ranked choice voting so you can get minorities in, but now you mess it all up. You don't even want to let the regular people in. I think ranked choice voting is completely stupid. Whatever. Anyways.
Did you hear about the parking tickets now? You don't have to worry about losing your license anymore if you accumulate too many parking tickets.
Driving tickets.
Driving
Parking tickets, they still tow you right away or boot you.
You sure? I think if you
Above
can't.
$330
something.
They're not going to. You see, the sheriffs, which were arresting people, they had nothing better what to do, are now back in business on booting and towing cars and closing down places. But you know, you still can't evict people. I had a gentleman living by me that we took off the street that wasn't well. And we took him in for about 1 year and 3 months. And finally, when he left, we walked in there, he destroyed the place. A lot of people, you know, when they come from jail or they're lost, we understand they're homeless. We take them in, they mess up their places. We try to teach them. We have some very good people that stay very good by us and clean by us. This guy left, he destroyed the place. About 3 weeks later, he comes back, he said, I want to come back. I said, you can't come back. First, you destroyed the place.
I think you had to, you told me something, I remember you on the phone something, you had to get a cleanup crew.
Clean up, repaint, fix the place. And I do that for people, I spend my money. He then came and blackmailed me.
You mean Linda's money?
Whatever, Linda's money. Then he came back and blackmailed me for $3,000. I told him, jump in the lake. So I gave him $300. He signed a lease surrender agreement. He then sued me in court. It's like it doesn't ever end. So another lawsuit. So I went to court, and his lawyer even said, no, I know Tischler. He helps people who are in
I heard. I know where you're going with this. People were saying, oh, did you hear Heshy Tischler has like 50 lawsuits or something? And I'm going, like, do you understand this guy is in business for like 30 years, over 30 years?
It's not 50, it was 21. And some of these are when I had to sue the city for the people, and the city sued me for the tenants. And it's just like,
That's
helping.
not a big deal when you're in this kind of business.
Nothing to do, and I'm trying to help the people.
Right.
I don't even need to be in the lawsuit.
So that was like one of the things they were trying to mudsling at you.
Me, and boom, he was able to take me to court in 3 days when I have to wait to evict somebody or collect my money for a year or 2 years, and now they postponed that again. I'm just telling you how corrupt this city is, how the people with money is. That's why I'm telling you, when Leon Goldenberg and David Greenfeld used their power, and this guy Rechnitz, who wrote against me in the yeshiva world, and I want you to know, he was accused of murder many years ago. Now that he has $1 billion, nobody bothers him. And that's my little issues here. These people get away with whatever they want to get away with. And these things are terrible, guys. But you know what? You need a good fighter for you. I don't believe Yeager's the fighter. He's nowhere to be found. And I want you to write my name in because I know I can fight. And I'm not going to give up. I'm never going to give up to the last minute. And I'm not pitching myself. I'm happy. I'm happy what I'm doing with myself. I'm happy that I'm going to continue helping people. Don't think I'm gone. We're still going to feed 141 people. We're still going to keep going on in life and so on. By the way, you know what Yeshiva World did to me, Sawyer? Sawyer, this yeshiva world, we spent almost $90,000 in public in PR, you know what I mean? In getting the word out, from posters to people on the street and whatever. Yeshiva world took $30,000 from us. They pocketed our money. The public relations, I said, listen, I don't really want to deal with Yeshiva world. They wrote a good article. No, Heshy, they're good. The day after they deposited my check and put in the ad, the last day of the election, they took another $10,000 from Rechnitz and David Greenfeld and Leon Goldenberg, and they wrote this bad article about me. Now, how do you do that? You can't do that. It's illegal what they just did. And you know what? I'm stopping the original check on them. I'm not gonna pay them. They want to make a deal with me. I said, there's no deal. So they're telling the public relations firm they don't care, they're getting paid. I said, not from me, or I'm deducting from the public relations field. So to me, it makes no difference. These are the things, and you know what they wrote in that article? Heshy being sued, Heshy screaming in the park. These people came and made, during COVID, when nobody was supposed to go outside or to the parks, when they locked the parks, they came into the park to make a press conference. These are the things they turned around, they twisted the media, and they twisted, but I don't really care. You know why? I'm going home to Linda.
So you're really going to go for the 44th?
I'm going for anybody that wants
and
to write my
And if they just
name
do a write-in?
I could win. If you just don't write Kalman Yeager's name and don't click his box and write Heshy Tishlin, the word
So
other.
but they have to write it out physically.
You have to write out the word Heshy Tishlin. It's right behind me over here. You write it out.
I'm sure if they misspell it, you'll still...
And just remember, usually 12,000 people come out to vote, and that election came out 3,000 or 4,000. Wow. Anyways, let's talk about something else. Are you ready? Let's talk about, I want to talk about, can I say something stupid? You know,
What? You were on a roll. Why would you stop?
Okay, you know what? Governor Cuomo molested 8 or 10 or 12 people. So you're telling
that we heard about and we know.
So you know he got off the hook. So you didn't think that anybody with power and money can get off the hook. Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby.
From
the Cosby Show.
He got 10 years in jail. And they
Do you know what he did? What some of his crimes were? He drugged people that were on the show in the back, and he would, like, young girls, and he raped them and molested them, and they were unconscious.
Right. So he got 10 years,
which is like
but they
crazy.
overturned his conviction since he made a deal with them and paid them. They had no right to testify against him or use this testimony against him that he admitted to. So what happened is he now got out free and clear. And you know what? I want you to read
How
this.
long was he supposed to be in for?
3 to 10 years, and maybe he would have got, but I want you to know what one of the guys says. The Pennsylvania Supreme Court is vacating Bill Cosby's sexual assault conviction after 2 years. And a Cosby spokesman says overturning this conviction is justice for Black America. Really? So if you rape, plunder,
and if
loot,
you're white, you get longer time. So it's based on your color now?
So look at Weinstein.
Does that sound like equality?
Why don't we let Weinstein out? I mean, we have no issues with that, right? Since Bill Cosby can get out, Weinstein should get out.
But he's white.
Yeah. Makes no difference. I'm not trying to be bigoted here or prejudiced. My point is that this...
Isn't he very sick?
He is very sick, and there's nothing you can do about it. Okay, let's talk about a sad issue right now. You know about the issue in Florida about the collapse of the building.
That's crazy.
By the way, the death toll from the Florida building collapse.
It's about 18.
18 people, and they found bodies of 2 kids that were recovered.
There's still 100 and something, 150 something missing.
I want you to know, guys, it was a terrible thing that happened over there. I still don't believe that it was just the foundation collapsing. Maybe something else bad happened. But here's the
Wasn't there a woman that wrote a letter or something to the, telling the board something that they had like $15 million worth of, that it was approved by the board for repairs, but they were like dragging their feet or something.
So people are saying that the foundation collapsed. Somebody else told me that.
Well, there was leak and there was water in the garage. One of the contractors.
Gotcha, but still, it was a concrete building. I mean, things like this don't really collapse. But you're right. They were supposed to fix it. They did see the cracks. My point is, they also said they used salt water when they mixed the.
No, they said that the salt water could have added.
But they also said there was salt water used when they mixed the concrete instead of regular water, so that could have hurt it. Let's take a phone call. You got to push the headset. Hello, you're on the air with Heshy and Sawyer.
Heshy, Sawyer, Christopher, how are you?
Hi.
Christopher, how are you, my friend?
I have got some of the best news ever. I'm going to be live with you in the studio on the 14th.
Oh, my God. I love you. Is that a Wednesday?
Yes, that's a Wednesday, yes.
You got it. I can't wait that you come over here. You have wonderful. And I'll buy you dinner. Christopher.
And me.
And Sawyer,
yes.
Sawyer eats a lot. No, she doesn't, but she purposely charges stuff and then takes it home in a doggy bag.
No, I don't.
I'm joking. Christopher, I want to ask you.
That's some fine tactics right there.
Christopher, you're from Florida. I know it's a sad situation that a building collapsed, but people are complaining that you're not moving quickly enough. You don't care about the people. I mean, I like Governor DeSantis. Is not an emergency? Are they really moving slow? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I see people rescuing.
They're moving as fast as they possibly can. One more set of the media, spewing lies. It's absolute insanity. As somebody who walked away from the trade towers on September 11th and lived right there looking down, you move as fast as you can. You got live people under there potentially, so you got to move slowly to get the stuff off. They're working around the clock, 24/7. American teams, Florida teams, Israeli teams. People are working as hard as they can. The idea that people are standing around shuffling their feet for what? So they can say, someone else live under there, hope it's someone's booby. I mean, it's nuts.
So, and I'm going to ask you another sad question. There's no way they're saying there's tunnels underneath, but there's no way anybody survived that. Do you think?
We have no idea. If you're on the third floor and the building fell in a certain way and there's a cavity, and you're sitting there and you go, it's quite possible there's still people available.
And you have air and you have a little bit of water or something.
Yeah, exactly. They got to do that as carefully. They're balancing speed with. I mean, imagine how horrible you'd feel. You're moving too fast and something shifted, and then someone died who was almost within reach of being saved. I mean, the whole thing's a nightmare.
How long do you think a person How long do you think a person can hold out? Literally, just being entrapped or something. If their foot got caught or something. And they have something to eat or to drink. They could be stuck over there possibly for a week.
Oh yeah, if you got water and air, you've got a few weeks. That's far more important than food. Yeah.
But I feel bad. I have an actual person that I know who was there with his daughter and son-in-law that we know for a fact confirmed died, and he just lost his wife, he just lost his mother, he just lost his father.
The father and his mother.
And I'm so sad for his family, but
and his kids are in there.
Right, and his kid was his daughter. I said his daughter and
son-in-law. They don't have him. He doesn't know where they are yet.
What do you mean doesn't know?
He has no. They didn't find them yet.
Right. They didn't find them?
They didn't find them. It says his last name, I think, is Rosenberg or something, whatever. Yeah. And he's like...
Chaim Rosenberg. All I know is... so here's my question to you. Is it possible that if one building collapsed, there are more buildings like this on the beach like that?
Well, I mean, look, the entire state is built on sand. There's a reason Carl Hiaasen novels are so popular and funny, because he just draws from real life. Florida corruption is rampant. So... hopefully not, right? But you got to wonder.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
I don't want them to start punishing all buildings and landlords and future construction. I mean, there are buildings that do have issues. Remember, the building was built in 1981. No excuse for it to fall down. The problem is, I mean, they did know...
Nobody talks about Building 7. Somebody's saying.
But this is the whole entire point about, corruption ebbs and flows in the fine state of Florida. And who knows, have there been construction projects where people have been paid off, they've looked the other way, and they've used the wrong cement? Totally. Absolutely. Do we hope there aren't many left? Of course. But it's nerve-wracking. I mean, there are a bunch of buildings right here that are on the beach, and I guarantee you everyone is going and looking and getting engineering tests done.
How horrible is that? If somebody was on the take and took a bribe, they have a hand at the murder. Oh. Excuse me. If somebody took a bribe and they did something and they faltered and they used a different material or they used a less a proper material inside the construction of a building and people died because of this and it contributed to the building collapsing, then those people, for a few measly $, had a hand in the murder of these other people, all the people that died.
We have the same
problem. You don't believe that?
I do, and I have the same problem with Governor Cuomo, plus it was 40 years ago. Can I ask you a question? Let's go to another subject. You know that we now have a new COVID coming to us, Christopher. It's called
the Delta variant.
Oh, it's coming, and we're all going to die.
Terrified.
Yeah. 1 minute Moderna works. Do you know that Mayor de Blasio is even willing to come to your house now and give you the vaccine when originally, like 4 months ago, he wouldn't give anybody the vaccine? I don't know.
Wow. Can you imagine anything more horrible than that clown coming to visit your home? I don't care what your religion is. You'd want to get a whole pack of priests, rabbis, and imams in there to exercise it after he left.
But and now then they also him and Cuomo, they make these fireworks shows. Nobody, then everybody on the street does illegal fireworks till all hours of the night. People are complaining, but he could do 7 fireworks shows when it's not July 4th. I understand it's a holiday. These guys break the rules. They do whatever they want. They show up in Times Square dancing when nobody else is. All I know is I know that we're ready for something bad to happen right after the summer. That he's going to start. Do you know we have still a mask mandate in New York City? Do you know that?
It's insane.
And if you didn't take the vaccine,
absolutely insane.
If you didn't take the vaccine, Christopher, you have to wear the mask, and they're going to make
every real New Yorker should just walk around and live their lives. What is the Gestapo going to do when everybody ignores them?
Well, I'll tell you what, they won't let the kids in school, and they don't let city employees or hospital employees come back. I mean, it's like not normal. I mean, I don't mind you want to take the vaccine, but you can't force people into it, and they're actually coming to force you. And I still believe that they wrote something that they have a right still to not incarcerate you, but to put you into, what's it called again?
A concentration camp.
Okay, no, but they're going to put you into like solitary, like if they imagine that you're sick, quarantine, and they could take you. They're still thinking of this law has not been thrown out. It's still in the assembly and it's coming up to vote very soon. And I'm scared, Christopher, because it's not me. It's the people that we can't help, the poor people, some of those homeless people. And those people are going to be taken advantage of. Some people with the mental illness issues. They're going to find ways to hurt people, and then we're screwed.
Of course they are.
Yeah.
All of this shutdown nonsense had never had anything to do with public health. It was always about totalitarian micromanagement of every single person they could grab a hold of. It's horrifying. Straight up horrifying.
You know that me and Sawyer spoke about, you weren't on the phone, me and Sawyer spoke about Bill Cosby. I don't know what your opinion of it is, but they let him out of jail because even though he's guilty and he admitted to guilt, but since they had no right to use his own testimony against him, he's allowed to get out of jail. Very cool, no?
Well, I'm going to say something potentially controversial, right? And I fully believe that any rapist, anyone who takes advantage of someone else, should be executed. Never mind, put in jail.
Oh my God.
However, I look back at the 70s and the 60s and the 80s when everyone was doing drugs all the time, and one can't help but draw the conclusion that had the young woman who took a Quaalude, drank champagne, and had sex with Bill Cosby to advance her career, become a massive superstar, she wouldn't be complaining and screaming rape 4 decades later. So my main problem with his conviction was it was decades after the fact. So, at that point, it really is a game of politics and who do you believe. There's no proof left anymore. None. So I found the entire process of him being prosecuted troubling from an evidentiary standpoint, from a statute of limitations standpoint. Did everyone in the 70s and 60s doing drugs and entertainment act like an entitled moron and take advantage of young groupies who threw themselves at them? Absolutely. Are we going to judge them by the standards of 2021? I think that's dangerous.
Right. But Chris, my point is, when we were little kids, you and me, our parents told us, if somebody pulls up in a car and he offers you candy, you shouldn't get into the car with him. You know what I mean? Even though he looks like a nice man. So here are these young girls that I know that he's a famous star, come up to my room, and then we're going to have drinking and stuff. I mean, they did expect something to happen with this star. I know I invite people to my house. I invite people to my house. I don't have any accusations against me ever in 35 years because I make sure that if we invite you for a meal. We don't invite you for drugging and drinking. I make sure that
you're living a different life. You're living a different life. I've dealt with a lot of people in the music industry, in the movie industry, right? It is a completely different environment. And so I would judge him harshly if this were today, but by the standards of the 70s, I think he was kind of middle of the road.
Right. I mean, yeah, I did. When I grew up, even in the 80s, it was like ecstasy. Everybody wanted it. They were, even though marijuana wasn't legal, they were smoking it all over the place. I saw it.
Everywhere,
So
yeah.
I saw. I'm not saying that it's. First of all, I believe he did something bad. But again, a lot of these women, and I don't want to blame it on the women, but how stupid could you be to go into somebody's apartment or house and know, you know that people have slept their way to the top. That's the famous saying.
Right.
Yeah?
That's why you're there.
I know.
Absolutely.
So
Harvey Weinstein's a pig, but from a standpoint of sheer amorality as a biological male, he's a sweeping success. He took a good look in the mirror and said, there's no way on earth that any attractive woman is ever going to want to be anywhere near me. So I tell you what, I'm going to go get rich and awesome and good at what I do, and I'm going to be the gatekeeper to multi-million-dollar careers, and that's how I'm going to get some.
Right.
He's a pig. He's a horrible human being.
And the funny part is,
that's what he did.
A lot of these women who came up to his apartment saw that he was in a bathrobe or half naked. I don't let people in my house when I'm wearing a bathrobe or half naked. Really, people knock on my door.
You're not going to make anyone a movie star when they come over to your house for dinner.
Wow. Well, you're right. Plus, I am better looking than Weinstein.
Somebody wants to know what's your thoughts on the new $98 billion budget passed by the city council?
Oh, Christopher, we are.
Chris, do that laugh again.
Those in Biden Unity Government Weimar dollars?
Right. I just want you to know.
Are they pre-inflated dollars, or are those current dollars that are going to get inflated away?
They have not cut anything. They can cut this statue program for millions of dollars. They can cut so many programs, even the homeless building programs, that we can cut in half and do more than them. I'm telling you, they're not even thinking of how to save money on this budget.
You know what my thoughts are on this budget?
What?
McCray, whatever her name is,
right.
DeBozo's wife, she can make it disappear.
Right. Oh, God.
Easily. Yeah. Shirley's really awesome at making money disappear with no results.
She is gifted.
But do you know New York State and New York City is one of the biggest contributors to our federal government? We have so much money and we're going to blow it. And there's so much money, and here's my problem. With all this money, the $98 billion.
Excuse me, look at our city. Look how dirty, filthy, unkempt it is.
Chris.
We don't have a lot of money. Right. It gets misused and mismanaged.
Christopher, this is the greatest city with the greatest sanitation force, greatest police force. I swear to you, this week I was standing on by a cemetery, and our councilman was so busy putting in speed bumps not to wake up the dead. So somebody says, "Oh, Heshy, on the corner there's a school, but the corner is like 5 blocks away." I promise you, he's stood there and spent millions of dollars, easy, good $1 million to put these speed bumps in that took him a year and a half. Now, when I was there with the speed bumps, the reason why we have the speed bumps is not just not to wake the dead, so people can slow down and throw their garbage on the street. I promise you, it was the dirtiest 5 blocks. I took pictures of it. Piles of garbage, not cleaned. I even called Senate, but that's what they're doing. They're slowing down, dumping the garbage. Hey, we have a speed bump anyways.
Sure. To be fair, the rats have to live somewhere.
Too bad they have to be by our cemetery.
It's a mess.
I know.
It's a mess.
And
it's why when they elected this bozo the first time, I looked at my wife and said, "We're done. We're out of here." Ridiculous. He's destroyed the city.
And they don't. We have all this money. We have all this budget. We have no common sense. Like today. And I want to tell you what I did today. Today was a very hot day today. So me and Linda went out. We gave out some bottles of water to the homeless sitting on Ocean Parkway. We gave out a few dollars. I sat with somebody there, one of my regulars, and I saw the speed camera. And next to the speed camera, they have like the speed, how fast you're going. 24 miles, 25 miles, 30 miles. One of them said 88 miles an hour. It's every car passed. I swear to you now, you think I'm lying. Everybody say, "Heshy,
that's fabulous.
You're making this up." I stood in the middle of the street by a red light, and I took a video of me standing in front of the 88 miles with a picture to show all of you that 1 out of every 12 cars gets a speeding ticket over there, which is $50 to $75. And I told Mr. Kelman Yeager a few times to fix it. It has not been fixed. So this is it. And if you think it's one incident, I'm sure it's many incidents all over. And this is just unacceptable.
So, Calvin, if you're listening, go fix it. You logged in quickly to make some nice little comment in the chat.
Heshy, did you call his office? Did you call his office?
Please don't tell him that. He might put a speed bump on the major highway for us to slow down. But I did call him. I have his private cell number, by the way. I know. One client.
He answers for you?
He does answer his cell phone for me, but I think he won't answer anymore, Christopher, because I'm going after him hard. For the next 4 months, whatever I'm going to be saying, I'm going to be posting these posters that he's missing in action.
You got
I don't know.
to.
Heshy, you gotta play
nice. Astonishing to me that you didn't win. It is an indictment of people's indifference.
I know.
That they're willing to let their city go down the drain and pay no attention.
Because it was the
uh,
Jewish community. We have 8,500 people that vote from the Jewish Orthodox community. We have about 5,000 to 6,000 Russian people that vote, and 1,500 Irish Americans, about another 1,500 Asians. So usually, out of the 200,000 people, we have these registered voters of about good 30,000 people. 12,000 come to vote. In this election,
Heshy, we got a really important question. I hate to interrupt you.
No, I'm going to tell Chris. About 4,000 came out to vote, and with mail-in ballots, 1,900, which people don't even know what they're trying to really cheat. They started counting before. My problem is the people told them not to come because I scream and holler and embarrass them. But you know what, you Jewish people, you're not accepting your responsibility, and they didn't come to vote. And out of 12,000, at least average voters, 4,000 votes. You have a guy running who's going to win councilman with less than 1,500 to 2,000 votes.
Crazy.
Who's going to represent a $98 billion budget. Anyways.
Crazy.
Oh, go ahead.
Absolutely crazy.
Somebody wants to know what's your favorite pizza topping.
You know, happens to be my favorite pizza topping is mushroom and extra cheese. I tell it to everybody. But now that you're happy, when Chris comes in, we're going to buy a mushroom and pizza and extra cheese.
Mine is
Oh, it's going to be fabulous.
But I still go every
It's going to be absolutely fabulous.
Chris, I still go every Saturday night to buy the pizza. I'm still going to visit my jails. I'm still bringing, after the day after the election, while all these people are celebrating or whatever, people called me that next morning. My autistic child is jumping out the window. I can't have people, window guards. I sent somebody over there. It's just stupid $80. I got somebody to go over there. She says, I called my councilman. I need special programs. I said, I can't help you with that, but maybe I can help you with the window guards, a solution. She was happy. Have a guy coming out of jail. I said, I don't want to do this anymore. The guy begged me that this 72-year-old man coming, we're going to take him in. But again, there's so many programs that our own senator says, I don't deal with people who come out of jail. They're felons. I don't care to help them. Isn't that stupid? You're entitled to a second chance and a third chance. You're entitled to make their lives better. We understand they made a mistake. You're right. I got you. They had to serve their time. Whatever time we give, whether we agree with their time or they should be killed or whatever, the point is they did their time, they're home. It is our job now that they're out.
To rehabilitate them.
Not to rehabilitate, to help them with the rehabilitation. And that's
or even just give them a level playing field.
But they're going
There's
back to jail.
nothing stupider than every job application asks, have you ever been convicted of a felony?
Right. A stupid felony.
Duh.
Right. And it just hurts me. And they rather take inexperienced, stupid people who have no experience because somebody smoked marijuana or did a little drugs or fought. If you fight with your wife and you hit her by mistake, which is a bad thing. Don't get me wrong. It's a felony today. And these are things that we have to understand, that people make mistakes. Assaults are a mistake. Even though they came and attacked me, the Palestinians, I don't believe that was a mistake, because they came to my house. But people do have road rage. People do get angry, and I'm disappointed that this city has no idea. And you're going to see, Christopher, over the next few months, so much legislation is going to pass that nobody knows what hit them, and they're just going to kill us with it. But by the way, my guy Kalman Yeager still has no sign on his door.
Oh my God, let it up already.
Well, let it up, Christopher. When you come here, please find me where his office is, because I don't know where his sign is. Okay, well, just show me where.
That's fun.
Okay.
We got to find Kalman's office. We should go record from there. That would be awesome.
I do every day, and I hold up my sign. But Chris, you're just fabulous, and I can't. Wow, on the 14th, I can't wait for you to come in, Chris.
It's gonna be fun.
We're gonna have a great time.
But you got to also tell your listeners we got a messy times.
What's happening on the 14th?
Christopher's coming in. He's going to be on our show.
Live
gonna be
in the
live.
studio.
In the studio. So you can actually give him a hug. You can actually meet Sawyer and make fun of
We've
him.
met.
That's going to be awesome.
Wasn't he here before?
No, he was on on Zoom. You see, Sawyer can't see well. That's why she's wearing glasses. Sawyer, laugh, please. She's upset. She's insulted with me. She gets upset.
Okay, so you're going to be here on the 14th.
But
That's awesome.
I think your lesson is need to know that we've got a very special Messy Time show coming up where both Heshy and Rob Astorino, who is going to finally beat King Cuomo for governor,
right.
We're going to have a three-way discussion about New York State politics. It's going to be awesome.
Oh, wow. But again, I wish you'd have Cuomo on the show so we can make fun of him, because that man has no idea of New York State politics. Wow.
I don't want to, he clearly does because he's still the governor. But it's time for the man to go.
I know.
Anything we can do to help move that, we will try. But I'm going to let you get on with the rest of the show. I've got to take my dog out.
Oh, wow.
It's so great talking to you guys.
What's your dog's name?
Duke.
Okay, too bad. I thought it might have been de Blasio. But okay.
No, because I don't want to have to kick my dog repeatedly. That would be no good.
Yeah, he loves his dog.
I love you, Chris. I love you, Chris. We can't wait to see you. Bye-bye, my brother.
You bet. Ciao. Bye-bye. See you later.
Good night, Chris.
Don't you love him? He's just so smart.
Call into the show, 718-289-0070. We have 10 minutes left on the air, 718-289-0070.
So,
I think we disconnected
you have to hang up on Chris. Did you push hang up?
Oh, nope.
Is somebody else on line one? I thought it was.
Nope. They were.
Okay.
The light, whatever. Okay.
I just want to tell you people out there, and I'm not here to preach to you. I'm not here to tell you anything. It's up to you how you want to run your city. It's up to you how do you want to run your lives. You know, sometimes, like you heard, Chris, the tyranny, the torture that they do to us, the legislation they push on us, watching us, following us, pulling us over, just doing whatever they want. And again, like the courts, the judges say, hey, this is the law. I was talking to my judge. I said, Judge, here is the paperwork. Here's the evidence. She says, well, too bad. The other side said this. And it's a Muslim judge, you know what I mean? And it's a Jewish prosecutor. But again, she said that you didn't do it. I said, but I have the evidence. I have the time cards. I have the sheets. I have the videos. Well, they saw you sitting in your car. I'm not going to look at the evidence on the other side. I said, you have no right to judge it. If you don't like it, Mr. Tischler, too bad. Shut up. And if not, you're going to go to jail. I mean, this is what I hear from a judge. And this is what the people have to deal with. People have to admit to their crimes. People have to accept it. And when we do accept it and we do follow through, they just make it harder and tougher. Because, you know, my people who attacked me, assaulted me, came to my house, actually got out after 16 hours with no restraining order. The guy who started this, his brother-in-law who started my protest, they called me in the middle of the night too. This guy came there, egged us on, caused trouble. He still writes, and I don't even know why I'm bringing up his name, because he's not getting any more history. He's going to lose his job soon anyways, because he's just a complete idiot. But these are the people that the prosecutor sits there and listens to him. And I even provided a witness, and the prosecutor said, well, I'm not going to hear the witness. Again, de Blasio and the people in power have too much power. And that was my point to you. I was trying to beat the system. I was trying to get in and sweep it clean from the inside. So don't think I'm disappointed. Don't think I lost. I didn't lose. I open your minds. I let you hear the message. It's up to you to decide what the message was about. And you didn't like my message, which I agree. You have a right to not like what I have to say. And I'm proud of everybody that did come out to vote. I'm disappointed with the many people that thought their vacations, or they can call me and, you know, use me. A lot of the different communities swore they're going to come vote for me, swore they're going to come take care of me, but they did not.
Excuse me, I think the problem was people thought you were running in the Borough Park area. They thought you were running in the 44th.
No,
people were confused.
Let's take a line 2. Let's take a call before the show ends. Hello, you're on the air with Heshy, Bumi, Bumi. Heshy and Sawyer. Bumi's not here. What's up?
Hello?
Yes.
Hi.
Hey, did you know about the developer Bruce Eichner wants to build 11 high-rise towers around the Brooklyn Botanical Garden that are going to block out the sunlight and they're going to ruin the botanical gardens for the children that go there and learn about things. Hundreds of thousands of kids a year. And it's like I was at a public hearing yesterday where Eric Adams, borough president, should have been, but he wasn't there. And then you had an activist named Michael Hollingsworth stand up and say the whole process, the ULURP process, is a kabuki, a sham.
Right.
You know? And it's not just Mayor de Blasio. It seems to be very widespread. You don't hear about things like this in city council or, you know.
We do. The problem is the people who choose, thank you for your call, and that's very, very good. The people who choose these community boards are the city councilmen. You know, in Brooklyn, in Borough Park, we have a place called the Community Board 12, which is controlled, 25 of the votes are controlled by Carmen Yeager. The head of this community board, which I was going to get rid of, Barry Spitzer, he actually told me, Heshy, you're going to lose. We're going to make sure you're going to lose. Now, this
He didn't say you're going to make sure.
I swear to you, I met him at a wedding. He says, you have no chance. We're going to make sure you're going to lose. And I'm telling you now, him and this guy, Penny Ringel, who's the liaison, also said it. We're going to take another call, but I want you to know, these Community Board 12, where the people came, I heard them screaming not to approve the homeless shelter apartments. They anyways went about with Carmen Yeager to approve homeless shelter apartments in the middle of our neighborhood. Let's take a phone call. So Community Board 12, Community Board 1, Community Board everything, you're all full of it.
I don't know. First of all, 2 of the buildings that were from those 7, 8 buildings were in this district. The other ones were in a different district.
It doesn't make a difference, but Carmen Yeager still controls. Sometimes Community Board is controlled by 2 councilmen. Okay. Whoever has the most people on the board.
So he promoted that they should build those, that they should do whatever it is, make them into homeless shelters?
Yeah.
It was only going to be 30% though.
Okay, it doesn't make a difference.
And he tried to stop it,
Let's take a phone. Who's on the phone with me?
Hello, you're on the air with Heshy and Soya. Hi.
Uncle Heshy.
Yes.
Can I be your secretary when you run for governor?
Well, you could. So far as you can see, my staff didn't do a good job the first time. Maybe we're going to need a whole new staff. You're welcome to join me. But a lot of people who promised to come help did not, and I'm disappointed with them. But again, they all thought if I was going to win, they were going to jump on board, and if I was going to lose, they wanted to stay far away so they can go back to the old people. I understand that, and too bad.
I voted for you.
You know, I've been walking down the streets through the week. I walked last Shabbos. I walked to East 23rd Street. I went to a synagogue there that I like very much, a good friend of mine. And I promise you, if not about 400 or 500 people that stopped me that I spoke to from the synagogues and the people have told me they voted for me. I said, listen, all I got was 354 votes and half of them were family. So everybody's telling me they voted for me. I'm not disappointed. They can all try to still be my friend or think I'm a star. I kept telling people I'm not a star. I want to help the community. I'm not interested in taking pictures of famous people. Says, well, now you can promote yourself and go to a bigger deal or better station. My job is to help the people, to fight for the people, to stand by my people, to stand by my neighbors. And I thank you so much for your call. And you're always welcome to come to visit us and to call me and to
Can't visit you anymore at your campaign office.
No, we closed the campaign.
I know. I passed by today. I was so sad.
I closed up.
There was no Heshy paraphernalia hanging all over the place.
Well, I guess I didn't want to make people upset because nobody.
It was like empty. It was like I felt abandoned. I looked in there.
Well, I made a deal.
There was no computers and no chairs and no tables and colorful.
I made a deal with the landlord that he gives it to me for 2 months. I paid him full price. I didn't ask for any discount. And I told him the day after the election, either I will ask for more time if he wants, or
you'll do a proper lease with him.
And he said, Heshy, I need you to leave on June 23rd, June 24th, no matter what. I said, no matter win or lose, I'll leave. I said, but if you want to give me an option to stay on, he said, well, think about it. June 24th, they called me. I said, we are packing up. We will be out in a day. You have your keys back. I packed up, cleaned up, and made the place prettier. You got to return the key. I gave back all the keys anyways. But I want everybody to know the show is coming to an end. I want to thank everybody for their time. I want to thank everybody for listening to my show. We're going to be on YouTube and Facebook from now on. We might even do a secondary show from now on Thursday nights, and we're going to try to do more.
Once again, Wednesday night and Thursday night?
Well, we're going to try to do
two back to back? Why can't we do like Monday and Wednesday?
I'll tell you what. Okay, we could do
or even like, well, I don't want to say Sunday night.
Thursday night is when
we should do Saturday night.
No. Thursday, Saturday night
Matzah
is too
Shabbos.
late.
Come
too
on,
late.
Matzah Shabbos.
Nobody's listening to the show
What are you
midnight.
talking about? I want pizza. I'll
Okay.
get pizza and a show.
But Thursday night would be nice. But Thursday night I want you to
Matzah
go.
Shabbos.
I want to go on a
Saturday
different,
night. I have a good idea.
with the
I
shows-
have a good idea.
You're not gonna let me finish.
Let the viewers vote on this.
decide which other night to
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
The reason I want to do another night, I want
Matzah Shabbos, Saturday night.
I want to do a more legal night. I want a lawyer on the show, and I want to talk about legal issues going on in this city that people suffer with, from their homes to their houses to their arrests. And people should
Can we
call
do
in for
Saturday
advice.
night? Lawyers every Saturday
No,
night?
we're not doing Saturday night. Anyways, everybody, thank you for listening to our show. You've been wonderful. And we're going to cue our beautiful Heshy music. And next week, I'm going to have my new song that I've prepared called The Screaming Man or The Man in Black or something. You're going to love the song. And it's going to be real cool. And
It's going to be a real hit.
It's going to be a hit. Anyways.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.